Game week 21 complete and probably a great game week for Arsenal. Everyone around you, I wouldn't say crumbled, but drop points. You've got Nottingham Forest, Liverpool draw, 1 point. Chelsea draw, Man City draw, Arsenal. Wouldn't say a fine win, but three
Mate,
points.
any win in a North London derby is a fine win. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, even when it wasn't a corner.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was going to say, were you going to mention that?
yeah. I was going to mention. I was thinking actually before we jumped on because I have moaned quite a bit. Not, I wouldn't say moaned, but I've pointed it.
Oh, you have moaned.
No, all right, fine. But what I've said, all right, I've moaned the fact that we have had those marginal sort of coin toss moments and have not gone our way this season, right? I think that's fair to say. Couple of moody red cards, couple of savage injuries, derailed us a little bit. Yesterday, that corner that wasn't a corner that we went and scored from. Yeah, we got one of those coin toss moments go our way for I reckon the first time this season. So yeah, I'm going to moan less because now we've got some credit in the bank now with um, uh, football god. So I accept that actually it's come out in the wash a little bit. Um,
And the United game, they were desperate to give you the win there, it felt. Penalty,
yeah,
shocking
I mean,
decision.
yeah, maybe. I mean, but obviously we didn't go through, and I'm quite happy about that. Now we got a ten day break in February. Hopefully they'll get the boys on the plane to Dubai again. Um, and who knows, we might have a new signing. Saka might be close. Wanyeri might be back. So all of a sudden, it's what a derby win can do for you. Like I feel I like football again now.
But Tottenham were shocking.
Yeah.
Tottenham was, but I mean, to be honest, if we were a bit more composed in front of goal, we could have won that 5 or 6-1, I think. But there are a couple of moments where the Tottenham defenders are just looking at the ball. But then also Havertz, Odegaard, Sterling, they're also just looking at the ball. So everyone's just looking at the ball, and the ball's static in their box. It's like someone just swing a leg at it. I mean, Tottenham are bad. Yeah, we could.
In fairness to Tottenham, like their defence is just decimated, isn't it? I mean, they've not been great all season defensively, and then to be having to play Archie Gray, what is he, 19, 18, 19-year-old centre midfielder,
He looks good.
really?
To be fair, he looks
He
good.
does look like a good player, but you'd also want him alongside one of their established centre backs, wouldn't you? Not Dragisin, who Dragisin doesn't look good at all.
No,
He's
and do you know
useless.
what? When he first signed for them, I thought he's going to be a boy. Him and Van der Ven at the back, that's like Gabriel
Mm.
Silva levels. But he
Yeah,
looked,
because Bayern wanted him as well, didn't they?
yeah, and he
I
looks
think
like a lump, quick. Um,
he's
yeah,
useless.
he's Pono.
Yeah, and the keeper as well. I mean, he's only 21, he's only
21
young,
as
but
well.
he had a proper shake. He should have done better for the Trossard one. Uh, don't know if you can really blame him for the corner. He didn't command his box particularly well, but
You're right at the other corners. He was coming out and punching
yeah,
them, but he was just taking too long with it at his feet. And
yeah, putting
yeah,
Spurs under pressure because they just couldn't get out, especially for the first like up until their goal. They literally just couldn't get out, and he was just building. It felt like he was increasing the pressure on the whole Spurs side. I felt, and just not what you need, especially when you're away at your main rivals. Like you
yeah.
don't really want to be doing that.
I mean, we did. I know we weren't electric, blowing them away, but we totally dominated them. To be honest, it was similar to the United game and the Newcastle game, where we absolutely dominated. We couldn't finish our dinner. Managed to score 2 goals. Arguably, one shouldn't have stood because it wasn't a corner. And to be honest, the keeper probably should have saved Trossard. But again, it's those marginal
Well,
games.
it's like you said, it's those fine margins, right? That
Mm.
either 3 points or nothing at all. Now what? 4 points behind the Liverpool. Liverpool have got a game in hand, which is middle of February
Everton,
with
yeah,
Everton.
Yeah, I'm
But
going to that. But last Merseyside derby at Goodison.
yeah,
that won't be easy.
Moisey's back in. They'll be bang up for that. I'm looking forward to that because
and
I've got a dog in the fight.
do you
So
do you think you can keep chewing away at Liverpool's heels?
I think we need some. We definitely need. I mean, I've been speaking to Arsenal fans today in the office, and they're all saying like, what? Even one signing isn't good enough. We need two. I mean, I'll be happy with anything. Um,
It's
decent.
in the front line. You need somebody in the front line, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I know everyone's crying out saying get a winger. We need a striker because Havertz is playing 90 minutes every 3 days.
And he's
Jesus,
shite.
we haven't got another number 9. I mean, Trossard can do a job there, but
Pierce, can you please just admit that Havertz stinks?
he doesn't stink. He's a good player. I had this conversation last night, and this was with another Arsenal fan. I mean, in an Arsenal group I'm in, there's maybe 20 people in there. I think there's one geezer that was like, sell Havertz, get rid of him. But he's also the same geezer that was saying Arteta needs to go. So, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Pierce, he's not good. He's just not a good strike. The amount of it's not even just his finishing. Okay, if it was just a finishing, you could put it aside. It's the fact he doesn't impact the game whatsoever. You don't even know he's there.
he does. He does. Even
Um,
last night, he was
Piers,
giving a
George, one
stop.
thing also is, and it's not so, but he's Arsenal's leading top goal scorer, right?
it was
And
seven.
seven, and him and Saka combination of goals this year, I think is in the top five so far as well. Now he misses a lot of chances,
He
Pierce.
does miss a
And
lot of chances, 100%, because he's playing 90 minutes every 3 days. But like I say, I don't think that's
That's
the.
not an excuse. That's not
Well,
an
yeah,
excuse for him
I
missing
think
chances.
if you watch the interview with Declan Rice after the game yesterday, I thought he summed it up well. He said the geezer works so hard. He's an incredible athlete. He's up and down and up and
Is
down.
he?
He's always a mate. He's a
Mate, he
joke.
gets outpaced, but he was getting outpaced left,
I
right,
didn't
and
say he was
centre
quick.
yesterday.
I said he's athletic. Like he's super fit. Like he'll track back.
I just think it's defending him because he's an Arsenal player. He's not a
I'm
good
really
player.
not, mate. I'm really not. I think you're attacking him just because he's an ex-Chelsea player.
So why does everyone, except for Arsenal fans, think he's shit?
Well, I mean, when you say everyone, do you mean the little gimps on Twitter? Because
No, I mean pretty much anyone that has an opinion thinks that Havertz is no good and says you need a striker.
well, the people I speak to don't think that. So I
They're
don't
Arsenal fans,
know what
probably.
to tell you. But like I say, he scraps for everything. He can play different positions. Number 10, number 9, he can play out wide. He can play as an 8.
Pierce,
He's versatile. He works hard.
his job is to
I'm not
score.
saying
His job is to score,
he's my
right?
favourite player of all time. I think you get it twisted that like I am obsessed with Havertz, but I like having him in the Arsenal squad. I'm happy we have him. I don't want to get rid of him. I don't know what to tell you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying
Fair
he,
enough.
you know, you know, the next Thierry Henry for us, but there's no way I'd get rid of him. I think for 60 odd mil for his age, for his profile, for the different positions he
He's
plays,
nowhere near worth 60 mil.
he's always available. I mean, you paid 90 for Mudryk. What's the market these
He
days?
played 60 for Mudryk as well. He's been done. I never said Mudryk was worth 60
Do you
mil.
know what I mean? I mean to get to bent out of shape about the price. I don't think. My point is he's a good player to have because he's always available. He's super fit. I mean, saying that now, he'll probably go and fucking do his ACL tomorrow. But yeah, like I say, versatile, strong,
I've never watched a
holds the ball
game
up well. He
that
does
Havertz.
loads of.
I've never watched a game that Havertz has played for Chelsea or for Arsenal and thought he's grabbed that game by the scruff of the neck, dominated it, and played quality. He's just
Well,
he's not
Arteta
good enough.
said
But
he's been getting dogs abuse, and you go back 20
Yeah,
days.
rightfully so.
And yeah, 20 days ago, he scored the winner against Ipswich and we got us the 3 points. Like, I think people have got short-term memory. And also, like, I mean,
It's
do
one goal.
do
It's
you
one
think,
goal in a
do you think
season.
Arteta
Clutching
is,
at straws.
do you think Arteta signs him and he plays every game for us and we're second in the league and your opinion that he stinks is better than his? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's a good
I
footballer.
think Arteta signed him as a midfielder. He was useless. Realised that I've got a problem here. Need to put him up top, and he's backed him when he shouldn't have done. I think you would be winning. I think you'd be winning the league, or at least right on Liverpool's tail if you had have addressed that
Oh,
problem,
Liverpool.
accepted it's a problem in the summer.
We are right
Yeah,
on Liverpool.
yeah. Well, you could be 7 points behind, and it's not. You can see Liverpool are good, but we are now seeing that they're not. They're not what City were
yeah, yeah.
last season
And
for sure.
it's
Definitely
going
not.
back said, City have crumbled, and over the
Yeah,
last couple of seasons, you'd expect, oh, Arsenal going happy days, right?
yeah.
This is it, and actually they've flaked.
It's never that
Arsenal,
straightforward,
the
though, is it?
I
situation for
know.
Arsenal looks better because the competition isn't as high as it's been in the past few seasons. If City were like that last year, they'd be fucking miles ahead. I know
Yeah,
that's ifs and buts, but the situation Arsenal are in a better position than they should be because of the competition in the league. I think really.
Yeah.
but I mean,
Talking of,
but
I'm
this is
going
the
to move
league
on
then.
then. I'm going to move on, but talking of competition and Lee, what's happened with Chelsea? Haven't won a game in the last
Um,
five,
I know
five Premier League
it's
matches. Dropped to fifth
yeah,
now.
yeah,
I know you've said it, and a couple of Chelsea fans said you were never in the title race, but back in November, you were there with
yeah.
Liverpool, and
The dip off's been so frustrating, and it like what Pierce was saying. Those small things, those small details, be it missed chances, be it refereeing decisions, you just can't get on the right side of them at the minute. I mean, that first half of football that we played, we were so good. We were quality. Jackson's missed three absolute sitters. Um, and yeah, look, at half time, I turned to my mate and said, "We're getting punished for this. We won't win this game. 2-1 down. Well, it's 1-1. They then should have a player sent off. Like, when have you ever seen the referee sent to the monitor for a VAR call for a red card? And he said, actually, no, it's a yellow. You can't even give a yellow anyway. It's not in the rules, is it? Um, so it was a frustrating night. At least we didn't lose. It's pretty frustrating seeing where we were to where we'd come to. I mean, I think we're going to be struggling for top four, to be honest, looking at the run, and especially our last few fixtures. Um, but
If you
they've
don't
just
get the
got
top
to.
four, is that considered a bottling?
I don't know. Can you bottle top four? It's not
Yeah.
really a trophy or anything.
No, it's bottling top four though. Bottling getting Champions League.
Champions League. And with
Okay, well,
the
maybe.
amount of money you spent and the amount of players, it's go back to it's should he be up there?
Well, if you guys think that, then maybe I think we should be. Given the start of the season we had, we should be up there. We've dipped off. We've had a rough run of form, mainly all to ourselves to blame. We have had bad decisions go against us, but the chances we've been missing every single game are just you can't not put them away. And this is why people wanted a striker. Like Jackson's a great striker, box to box. Like his assist for Palmer, for example, sums him up. But then he's missing chances from three
This is
yards.
what I was going to say. The heat that gets given on Havertz, there's not the same heat on Jackson for the number of misses he had.
Yeah, okay, I think Jackson is a better all-round player. His link-up play is far, far better than Havertz is. That he can spin players, he can beat players. The assist for Palmer against Bournemouth. You ever seen Havertz do that? No, you haven't. I mean, but that's not to say he can be. He's also younger, but he can't be forgiven for missing those chances. Like this, we we'd have beaten Bournemouth. We'd have beaten Palace. We'd have beaten Fulham. The Ipswich game he didn't play in, so you can't blame him for that. And Everton, he had a chance as well. He had good chances as well. So that's four games in the space of five matches he's cost us. So you can't defend it. Like it's just that's not good enough as a starting nine for Chelsea. That's not good enough, and we should look to address that because you can give him so many chances, but he needs to be taken out of the limelight with a striker that's more experienced, perhaps going to score those goals and take a bit of pressure off him. Not him having to play every single 90 minutes in a row, back to back to back, because he's the only option. When he's missing those chances, he should be dropped, but he can't be. So it's not good enough ultimately.
Fair enough. So top four will be an achievement, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, well, start of the season, I think any Chelsea fan would have been buzzing with top four. If we even get fifth and fifth gets Champions League, I mean that'd be quality. Um, we've got to beat Wolves, got to turn the form around. It's just, what
You'll
else can we
beat
say? It's frustrating.
you'll beat Wolves.
Yeah, I fucking hope so. But yeah,
Yeah.
That's at home, isn't it?
yeah, it's at home. Yeah, they did us 4-2 last season though. Similar time of the year.
No, Wolves are pony,
They're
mate.
not the same team.
They're not the same team. No.
Yeah. On that note, thank you very much, guys.